Word. This is Paul from Prior Witness. Today I'm going to show you how to manipulate the Headrush MX5 expression pedal. It'll be awesome. We're going to go into three various things that we can do with it. You can do some more than what I'm going to show you today, but I think this should help you get the gist of it and get you going in the right direction as far as what to do with the expression pedal. I'm going to show you, how to use this in its most basic fashion, basic form by using a wah pedal with this. We're going to set that up first. Second, then I'm going to show you how to use this to manipulate something out of the ordinary, like a tremolo pedal. And you'll actually be able to use this as sort of like its own foot switch. And then finally, we're going to also use this to manipulate other variables on a pedal unit, such as a graphic EQ. And we'll be able to manipulate some variables there. So let's get going. First and foremost, run you through the rig real quick. The fuzz and phaser, you don't need to worry about that. This is based off my own little JCM rig I have set up. The amp is the JCM 800. We will be using the tremolo pedal here and the graphic EQ, and we're going to set up live in front of you a wah pedal. So we're going to set up that wah first. So go ahead and click the plus button at the beginning of your rig chain. We're going to scroll down here at the very bottom to expression. We're going to pick black wah. There are 3 different wahs you can select. We're using the black wah because it sounds like the crybaby. All right, so we have it selected. Sometimes it'll work right out of the box. And I don't really hear it doing much. So let's go ahead and get that expression pedal assigned. So we're going to go triple dots, hardware assign. Yeah, there's nothing assigned here. And you can tell that over here on the right, you have all these pluses. We're in advanced mode. That's just because that's where I was at before I tried this video real quick. Make sure you're in classic and assign for this example. We got A and B. We want A selected. Let's click the plus button here so we can assign an effect pedal to it. And we're going to assign our black wah. Select back black wah pedal. I can't talk. It's okay. We'll get through this, I promise. Range 0 to 100. And this is going to be sort of like our sweeping motion. So let's go into the black wah, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So pedals at 100. See how it kind of goes down? It only goes down to 35. Now, I'm going to freely admit, this is something I try to do. I cannot get it below 35 on mine. I don't know if that's a firmware update that's coming. Hopefully they can fix that, or if that's user error on my part. I have no idea. But for this purpose, we can only get to 35. That's okay. We're at 0 here. I don't like the sweeping function, so we're going to change that. This is something a little bit more in depth you can do. So it goes all the way up to 100. We're going to change that. We're going to go 75. And we're going to change the sweeping function a little bit and sort of get sort of like a 530Q-esque style wah going instead of, you know, the regular wah that's going on here. So here we go. Let's drop that down. Oh, now it goes down to 26. So, you know, if you don't like how it sweeps as far as it does and you're constantly fiddling around with it with your foot, you can actually change that through the hardware assign function. All right, so the first thing's out of the way. So hopefully you learned something there. We're going to delete the wah. Next thing I'm going to show you is how to manipulate this tremolo pedal. All right, so we're going to go back to hardware assign. Stay in classic mode. Make sure we're in assign. Make sure A is selected here. We're going to click this little plus button. Now we're going to select our tremolo pedal. Look, what I'm going to show you is just my opinion. You can select any one of these, honestly. You really can. It just depends on what you want to manipulate with your expression pedal at the end of the day. I'm going to choose shape, so I can manipulate between, you know, like a hard square to more of a sine form. I can go back and forth, but you know, it just depends on what you want to do. The important thing is the tremolo pedal is selected, which means, guess what? We can also manipulate it with the toe switch. Watch this. No tremolo. Now there's tremolo. So now it's kind of like acting like a 4th foot switch, which is pretty neat. Our rate, all that stuff, you can manipulate that on your own. But yeah, so as you can see, the shape here is manipulated by the expression pedal. Pretty cool. But the main reason why we wanted to do any of that is so that we could sort of treat this as its own foot switch. I'm going to depress that, and boom, now there's no tremolo. So that's pretty cool. So that's something you can do. Third thing, just to show you a few things you can do. I'm going to go hardware assign. I'm going to select A here. I'm going to get rid of this. Well, normally you click on assign, but we're going to go straight to graphic EQ. And we're going to manipulate a lot of different things. I'm going to select low gain first, real quick. I'm probably going to drive some of you crazy. I apologize. I want you to see something real quick. Graphic EQ right now, okay, everything's at 0. We already just assigned low gain to the expression pedal, so that's why it's showing it as expression pedal. The whole purpose of this exercise that we're going to do next, we're going to take this and go from just regular flat EQ across the board. We're not doing anything fancy, no boost, no nothing. And then we're going to use this foot switch to create sort of like a radio effect and then swell back into like a normal, regular, tone that we've got going on. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take all those values and we're going to just dump them. All right, shut off the tremolo, go back triple dots, hardware assign. All right, now we're going to go advanced. Don't be scared of it. It'll be fine. We'll get through it. We want to select all these values we want to manipulate. Now, if you notice, all of my effects, all my amps, and everything, is here. You could manipulate, in theory, a bunch of different effects all at once. I'm not that crazy. If you are, awesome. I would love to see how you can make all that work. I mean that, actually. Then mid-high gain, and we're going to keep selecting the other ones, other values. High gain. Okay, so now we got 4 different values going on here, and we are going to manipulate the crap out of these things. So we're going to go to range. They're all showing at 0 to 100. Real quick, I'm going to back out. I'm going to show you what happens when they go 0 to 100. You don't want that. Or maybe you do, but I know I don't. So they all go down, and they all go up. See how they're like all the way at like 18 dB? And yeah, sounds awful. So let's back that off. Let's go back on a hardware assign. We're going to change the ranges. So 0 to 100. 50 is where we want it to be because that's the midpoint. So that's why we're going to pick 50%. Remember I said we want to dump them. We want to dump it. We want to get all those knobs all the way down to the bottom so we can create that radio effect. So we're going to 0 to 50 on the first block. We're going to go 0 to 50 on the second block. And then real quick, I'm going to show you what's happening here. So assign, see a low gain is block 1, low mid gain is block 2. Well, same thing here, range. Range selects that block. So 0 to 50, up at the top is low gain. 0 to 50 in the middle of the top is low mid gain. And then the third one is high mid gain. Well, that's the one we're going to manipulate a little bit differently here. We're going to get a little crazy. So when this toe switch is all the way down, we want it to swell into that radio effect. So actually what we're going to do is we're going to boost this one. So since 50 is our midpoint, we don't want it to be at like 18 dB. That's what 100% is. We would just want a subtle boost, right? So we're just going to do 70% over here. And then when the toe is all the way down, that's when we want everything level and regular. So it's going to be 50 across the board. And then here we're going to make this 50 as well. All right. All right, so now we got all 4 of these values selected for range. We got all the different variables there. We're going to back out. We're going to go into graphic EQ so I can show you. All right. All right, so see, now the pedal is all the way back. Now we got that radio effect going on. So now we're at regular. Regular. There you go. All right, we managed to crack just under 10 minutes on this thing. Hopefully you learned some. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. If I could just speak English, we could get through these things a heck of a lot better, I suppose. Anyways, guys, Hopefully you learned something about the expression pedal today. Hopefully that helps you out. You can build something new and something creative. You're not relying on these silly little presets that it comes with. And yeah, thanks for watching. Keep on rocking. Have a great day, guys.